Yeah. About one other thing, and that is there's a new development involving Donna Brazile that came out of the Wikileaks information. Tell us about that.
Remember what she told her own Megyn Kelly, some days back after the third presidential debate, that all of this was false, this idea that she had used her connections as a CNN contributor to feed a question to Hillary Clinton's campaign ahead of a CNN town hall debate. CNN denied there was anything improper. New emails today saying, wait a second, not just a town hall meeting, but a CNN debate in Flint, Michigan. Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, and Donna Brazile sends a note to John Podesta saying, quote, one of the questions directed to HRC tomorrow is from a woman with a rash. Her family has lead poison, and she will ask what, if anything, will Hillary do as president to help the people of Flint. The opposite of what we heard from Donna Brazile to Megyn Kelly. So today, a statement from CNN. On October 14th, CNN accepted Donna Brazile's resignation as a CNN contributor. CNN never gave Brazile access to any questions, prep material, attendee lists, background information, or meetings in advance of a town hall or debate. We are completely uncomfortable, though, with what we have learned about her interactions with the Clinton campaign while she was a CNN contributor. Interesting, the time frame there. She is now the interim chair of the Democratic National Committee, Donna Brazile, and CNN is saying on October 14th they accepted her resignation. Nobody ever announced that. Right. But now that these new emails are out today, CNN's getting it out there.
Yeah, Heather. All right, Ed Henry. Ed, thanks so much. Well, for a lot more on the new WikiLeaks dump that came out today, we'll talk about that with our panel. How will or won't it impact the election when we come back?
Hillary Clinton and the DNC wanted the Donald Ducks at Trump and Pence events. The direct involvement of the campaign and the Democratic National Committee with Americans United for Change and Donald Ducks smacks of illegal, coordinated campaign expenditures. Federal campaign law experts have told us, quote, the ducks on the ground are likely public communications for purposes of the law. It's political activity opposing Trump, paid for by Americans United for Change funds, but controlled by Clinton and her campaign, unquote. Representatives of Hillary's campaign were on daily conference calls we witnessed with Kramer, AUFC managers and their operatives. They were talking about where to send the ducks and the ducks message. And not just the campaign. Donna Brazile's Democratic National Committee was in on it as well.
You say that you play straight up, but I have to ask you because you were accused of receiving a debate question before a CNN town hall where they partnered with TV One, and that you had this question on March 12th. That verbatim was provided by Roland Martin to CNN the next day. How did you get that question, Donna?
Well, Kelly, since I play straight up, and I'll play straight up with you, I did not receive any questions from CNN. Let's just be
Where'd
very
you get it?
clear.
Where did you get it?
First of all, what information are you providing to me that will allow me to see what you're talking about? Everybody
You got the WikiLeaks released on March 12th Podesta email showing you messaging the Clinton campaign with the exact wording of a question asked at the March 13th CNN TV1 town hall debate.
Kelly,
where did you get it?
You know, as a Christian woman, I understand persecution, but I will not sit here and be persecuted because your information is totally false. What you're telling the American
Podesta's
people,
email.
Well, Podesta's emails were stolen. You're so interested in talking about stolen
material. So you
material.
deny it.
You're like a thief that want to bring into the night the things that you found that was in the gutter. I'm not. Let me just tell you what I said from day one.
CNN's Jake Tapper came out and said this was unethical. Somebody was unethically helping the Clinton campaign. He said, I love Donna Brazile, but this is very, very upsetting. My understanding is that the email to Donna Brazile, this is Jake Tapper. My understanding is that the email to Donna Brazile came from either Roland Martin or someone around Roland Martin. He said, this is very upsetting and very troubling. That's your own colleague at CNN. It's not Megyn Kelly. Who gave you that question?
Hey, Megyn, once again, I've said it, and I've said it on the record, and I'll say it on the record, and I'll keep saying it on the record. I am not going to try to validate falsified information. I have my documents. I have my files. Thank God I have not had my personal emails ripped off from me and stolen and given to some criminals to come back altered. I have my records, I have my files, and as I've said repeatedly, CNN, in the 14 years I was associated with CNN, I've never received anything. If I had a blank piece of paper, that would basically be the end of this conversation. I never get documents from CNN.
Your email to
Period.
the Clinton camp said, sometimes I receive the questions in advance. And
you know what?
CNN is saying Roland Martin to you or someone at TV One. And they were provided to Hillary before that town hall.
Well, anybody who knows me, and there are a number of your colleagues as well, they know me very well. I know how I play it. I know what I do before every debate. I know what I do before every show, even this show. I do my homework. I communicate. I talk. But I can just once again let you know that as far as I know, that CNN has never provided me with questions. Absolutely, ever, nada.
Well, when you said so, from time to time I get the questions in advance, what were you referring to? Because in that email you offered the exact question that one of the moderators, Roland Martin, then proposed the next day.
So my reference back to you, ma'am, with all respect, and I respect you greatly.
And I respect you too.
The validity of those emails, if I can only tell you one thing, because as you know, this whole episode is under criminal investigation. But I could just tell you one thing. A lot of those emails, I would not give them the time of the day. I've seen so many doctored emails. I've seen things that come from me at 2 in the morning that I don't even send. There are several email addresses that I appreciate that, and they haven't all been verified. I'm so sorry that we